Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and test out some Rite in the Rain products. I have a Rite in the Rain notebook, pocket size, 3x5. You could get these for about $3. And I have a Rite in the Rain pen. It's black, makes it tactical. Before we get started, I'd like to show you what really most of us probably have in our bug out bag or 3-day bag. We probably have just an ordinary pad of paper and a pen. Actually, this is a pretty nice pen. It's made by Zebra. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's pretty neat. It's telescoping, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. But it's a conventional pen. There's nothing special about it. So if we were to write in the rain, go ahead and grab a piece of paper here. I'm going to go ahead and make this kind of wet. Have a pet bowl here. So we'll go ahead and make this as wet as you can get. And let's see. Now here's the dry part. It's writing pretty good, just to show you that it does write. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So it writes fine. And we get to the wet part and how about that? It writes. Unfortunately, it's starting to fall apart. Oh, and this pen actually does pretty good on wet. Not bad at all. Let's try another pen. Maybe I won't give up that pen so quick. Here's another Pentel pen. And it's not doing half bad either. Check it out. You don't need a special pen. Oh, there we go. It's starting to skip a little bit. Let's turn this over. One thing you'll notice here on the back, the paper really is starting to fall apart. Alright. It's starting to give up the ghost there. Not writing very well. How about this guy? I'll do stripes this way. This one does a very good job of writing on wet stuff. I'm kind of impressed. I had no idea that this would do so well. Alright. But most pens, especially disposables, are not going to write on wet. So, but I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to redo this take. We have a good pen here, and we have a disposable pen doesn't do well. Now we'll go ahead and try out our Rite in the Rain products. Go ahead and do a unboxing here of the Rite in the Rain pen, just so you could get a close look at the packaging. Here you go. This is very similar to the Fisher Space Pen. It's actually manufactured by Fisher in the USA. By the way, the notebook is also made in the USA. But it has a pressurized cartridge, ink cartridge inside, just like the Fisher Space Pen. One big difference between the two is that this is actually a lot cheaper. A Fisher Space Pen usually runs about 15, 16 bucks. This runs about 10, so it's a little cheaper. Another difference is the type of ink in the cartridge is supposed to be more suited to this particular paper and to writing in the rain. Again, both of them, the cartridges are pressurized. They can write upside down, which is the Space Pen's claim to fame. Oh, by the way, there's the top, what it looks like when you buy it in the store. Other neat things is this covering is plastic. Has a lot of different scales, conversion scales, and has a ruler and all kinds of neat things here. On the back you also get some rulers and centimeters and inches. So pretty neat conversion scales. Now let's go ahead and rip a piece of paper out and take a close look at it. One of the nice things about it is it's not just lines on paper. You also have, besides the horizontal, you have the vertical lines. So if you need to do some sort of drawing or something, that'll make it a little bit easier. Alright, so I'll go ahead and prep my pen. Let's make sure it works first. I hate to think I got this far and it doesn't work. Alright, it's doing okay. Let's go ahead and put it in our pet bowl. Wow, and I can tell you right now that the paper, that's kind of interesting. The paper totally just resisted the water. Actually, I'm going to get around the camera here because I want to show you something. I was totally unexpected. It's like it resisted the water. Check this out. See that? It's resisting the water. So it doesn't feel wet at all. That is weird, because it feels just like ordinary paper. Huh. I didn't expect that. I thought it just would get wet, but it would maintain some sort of texture so you could still keep on writing with it. That is weird. Huh. Alright. It does have a slight dampness to it. Let me zoom back out. Alright. So let's go ahead and see if we can write on it. See that drop of water just sort of hanging on there. And I'll even try to write over that drop of water with this pen just to see what happens. But let's start here. It's doing a good job. Let's go ahead and write across this water. And looks like it kept on writing. Pretty good. Now, so this paper is pretty impressive. Now I'm going to get some ordinary paper out. And again, we'll go ahead and wet it. And let's see how well the space pen, not the space pen, but the Rite in the Rain pen does on regular, really wet paper. Wow, that is pretty good. Some little shameless self-promotion there. And again, my zebra pen actually still writes pretty good on wet paper too. So, but this is not a pressurized cartridge, so it's not going to write upside down. And let's go ahead and get the fake. Oops, sorry, not the fake pen, but the Pentel disposable here. And there's some slight skipping going on, but it's not doing terrible. Sort of stops and goes. There's a little bit of skipping there. So I would highly recommend this pen. I mean, for $10, even without the guaranteed writing on wet paper and in the rain and ice and snow, it's a metal pen. It's black. It's tactical. It's non-reflective. Just those things alone is pretty good to have. And then again, it writes in the rain too. And as far as the paper, I am really impressed how this paper just sort of resists water. That is just wild. You could almost use it to scoop water. Let me see something else. This thing could actually hold water like a bowl. Look at that. That is just wild. I don't know how they do it. but it's pretty impressive. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and add these products to my 3-day / bug out bag. I am very, very impressed. These are not very expensive items, relatively. I know what people make is very different. So, but $3 for the pad. And if you already have a pen that does pretty well, I mean, you could test it on wet paper and see how good it does. You might already have a good pen. I didn't realize I had such a good pen. This was actually a gift from my wife, so I'd like to thank you, honey. But it's black and it's tactical, you know. It goes good with camo. And it does very well writing on wet paper, and it does even better writing on this pad. That somehow this paper just miraculously resists water. It's pretty wild. So, and the covers are plastic, so it hangs in there pretty good in very bad weather. And I would highly recommend that you go to writeintherain.com. I'll go ahead and put that URL in the description below, so you could go ahead and click on it and check it out. And by the way, it says recycled, recyclable, and it contains post-consumer recycled materials. So not only is this made in the USA, but they're conscious as far as recycling goes. So it's a win-win situation. It's a low price. I highly, highly recommend it. I give this product a 10 out of 10. This is a first, 10 out of 10. So again, thank you very much for stopping by the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate all of my viewers, friends, and subscribers, and my telephone. Let's see, who is that? It's not for me. And again, I also appreciate police, firemen, and those of you who are serving in the military and have served. So have a great day or a great evening.